Today I'm going to show you guys how to make some game day queso. It's finally football season, so expect game day foods. And of course, I have to use the jalapeno evaporated milk. So starting with the red onion, I'm only going to use half. We're just going to dice it up, putting this in a bowl. We're going to dice up 2 jalapenos, which these are literally the skinniest jalapenos I've ever seen. I do de-seed them as well. We're going to give these a nice little dice. Also going in the onion bowl. Now I have 3 cloves of garlic I'm just going to mince up. I put the garlic in a separate bowl because I put it in at a different time than the jalapeno and onions. Because if I put the garlic in with the jalapeno and onions, the garlic's going to burn because it has a different surface area. It has a smaller surface area. Science! Now we're going to shred up 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. Now on the stove in a saucepan, we're going to throw in a couple tablespoons of butter and let that melt. Once the butter's all melted, we're going to add our jalapeno and onions. So I don't add the garlic till the onions become translucent. So I let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on medium heat. Now we're going to add our minced garlic. We'll let this cook for about 30 seconds to a minute. So now for my seasonings, I'm going to add a little bit of smoked paprika, like less than a teaspoon. We don't really want to fully taste it. We just want to help enhance the flavor, not be the flavor. A little bit of chipotle powder, again, like half a teaspoon. A little bit of cayenne pepper, and a little bit of cumin. We're going to add that in there with some salt and pepper. Now we're going to mix this all up. Then we're going to add about a half a teaspoon of cornstarch. We don't need a lot of this. The cornstarch is our thickening agent, so this is going to help thicken up the queso. Turning the heat to medium-low. We're going to add 1 can of the jalapeno evaporated milk. You can get at Walmart, and then also if it's too spicy for you, you just use regular evaporated milk. This is going to give us a nice jalapeno flavor. We're just going to slowly add it. We're switching to a whisk too. We're just going to pour and whisk, adding the last bit. That whole process took me about 10 minutes. Now we're going to add our cheese, turning the heat to low because we don't want the cheese to curdle and we don't want it to separate. You'll know if your cheese curdled if the queso is gritty. We're going to slowly add our cheddar cheese. We're going to let it just melt before we add anything else. Little pro tip, if you're serving this in a crock pot, make sure it's on the lowest setting, mixing it every now and then or it's going to separate. All right, adding the last bit of cheese. I don't really have like a queso serving dish, so I'm just gonna use this little pot. Careful. I'm just gonna top it off with some cilantro. You can also add some more jalapenos, more red onions. Look at that. Cheers.
That's good.
Nice, that's good.
It's delicious for game day.
When we beat you.
I don't know about that, but this will definitely calm her stress a little bit when we running up and down that field on them. It's gonna take a little of the nerves off for her. You look 50 out of 10.